Oh my God, guys! Did you see the the fucking price of eggs, man? Like for real, the price of fucking dude. This morning, well, just barely technically morning, right? Because it was about 11 a.m. and I was able to kind of overcome my anxiety a bit with the cocktail of my two doctors have got going for me of a mixture, some Xanax and some Paxil or paroxetine for us poor people. But dude, I'm pretty tired as fuck, man. I was falling asleep watching these wannabe predator hunters in my wrestling news that I usually go to on the YouTube. But wait, I was talking about eggs, right? So I've seen some memes about people saying how expensive the price of eggs was getting, but man, I did not actually believe it till I saw it. Like the dozen eggs is about what, $4 for a dozen? Holy shit, you know? Up until now, I could handle like these government raising prices on gasoline and diesel and toilet paper, but when you start raising the price of eggs is when I'm like legit starting to be concerned. This doesn't even seem to be like widespread news controversy. Like I've been seeing on the news is how Biden had classified documents in his Corvette, and how that's not the same as Trump having classified documents. It reminds me of what I call, in my case, the broken glass syndrome. And here's what the broken glass syndrome entails, okay? So when I was a kid, I had a glass that I was pouring water in, or I was about to put juice in, right? Or whatever. And as a little kid, you tend to be a bit careless because you're new to this whole existence thing, and you drop the glass and break it, right? Well, my parents would flip out on me and yell at me like, God damn it, you just broke that glass. It's everywhere. Pieces are everywhere. You gotta step on it because you're barefoot. You gotta clean it up, blah, 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 right? Well, now let's say my parents do the exact same thing and they drop a glass and break it. And now that it's them doing it instead of me, they're like, oh, well, stuff happens, ha, 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 about it, clean it up like nothing ever really happened. Hence the term, the broken glass syndrome. So here you have Trump doing the classified documents, and that's super bad. Let's get the FBI, da-da-da, it's a terrible thing. But you have Biden doing it, and it's like, oh, well, it's not so bad. Right, guys? Right. But, oh, well, that's politics. Am I right, or Amarillo? You know? Holy moly, though. Breaking news, folks. I was about to say how Lisa Marie Presley was hospitalized with cardiac arrest, but now the news is reporting that she had passed away at the ripe age of 54 years old. And I wonder if we're going to blame the NFL, or are we going to blame the COVID vaccine? Are we going to blame that she has the same genes as Elvis, and she could probably dance and make a woman go wild, but then also has crippling constipation where you can't shit for like 2 to 3 weeks. And goddamn, I feel bad for Elvis. That does sound like my perfect representation of hell. It really does. Hello, operator. Dial me, Mr. Number 9. Tell him see you later. Please deposit one more dime. Was it Michael Jackson with the Presley daughter, though, for a little while? I think I remember seeing them at one award show where they were presenting an award together, and he started like making out with her or something, and it was super awkward. And it was like Michael Jackson trying to prove like, nah, I don't like kids, I like adult women. Let me make out with my girlfriend or whatever. And it looked so alien, and it just came off as creepy and inappropriate, you know? Which I'm gonna defend Michael Jackson till the day I die. I love his music, but yeah, he's just super socially awkward. And I don't think he contributed to Lisa Presley's death. If somehow that does come up, I don't know. I feel like for sure someone on the internet is going to say that somehow affected her, you know. Here's some other news. Up in the space station, Russian and United States astronauts are stuck together, and I'm guessing it's just super awkward, like a wacky sitcom up there because of what's going down here on our Mother Earth, you know. The whole, hey, let's give billions of dollars to Ukraine to help them win a war, when, you know, we have homeless people getting hosed down by store owners and everything. But whatever, what do I know? It's politics. I wonder if they're up there like playing chess and just teaching each other cuss words in each other's languages, or whatever astronauts do on their days there together, just stuck in space, you know, trying to figure out how to pee in anti-gravity and take a doo-doo. I know NASA's here in Houston, and I remember as a kid going and visit it, you know. Me and my siblings doing that cheesy green screen picture where we look like we're floating in a spaceship, and got to try like freeze-dried astronaut ice cream, which, man, I remember back then it was super expensive. And now, shit, I don't know, probably is expensive again because of inflation, you know. Everything is. Probably still is. Did we keep talking about eggs and inflation? Shit, like I thought Biden was literally saying prices were about to go down, you know, and fix everything. And now a dozen eggs is almost $5. I was just talking about this earlier. Like, what the fuck were the classified documents he took home the ones that say to lower the fucking price of eggs? And it just, no one got the memo. It's like they're charging us the same prices they charge infertile couples to help stimulate and artificially inseminate a woman with an egg, dude. Yeah, I'm going to keep talking about the price of eggs because that's literally all I fucking love is fucking breakfast. Like, that's the only thing I have to look forward to in the day is fucking breakfast. And it's being taken away because of our goddamn government. Like, I could legit live without lunch and dinner. As long as I have my breakfast, I'm satisfied with my meal for the day. But no, Mr. Politicians, you've gone too fucking far. How am I supposed to eat my bacon, egg, and cheese tacos, you sick sons of bitches? I want to drain that swamp and help me find some of those eggs that you lizard people are stealing from us. We the people, you're stealing our eggs from us, you lizards. Nah, I just love eggs, you know. Have I told you I really want to buy an anteater? I'm pretty sure I've told you, right? That's one of the goals with, like, just me in general and the podcast and the Patreon and selling the merch is to eventually buy an anteater. Be like Salvador Dali, and when I start like this live YouTube show, just have the anteater with me on the couch while I interview people, and it's just like licking me on my cheek with affection, you know? And eventually I will do some sort of live shows or streams or however y'all would want me to do. I don't know. That's the great thing about this this creature that is the podcast, right? I can talk about news, talk about movies or video games, or tell you old stories, which, let me tell you, the mixing of these medications to be have been making me have rowdy dreams of just like hanging out with my cousin. We're all animated in that waking life movie style, and that fear of me floating away is just there in my dream constantly, and God, it's frustrating. Like, have you ever tried hanging out with a girl that you liked, like, and then you just randomly float away into the endless void of space? I think I would love to do that, but if the new wannabe cartoon Velma was on the television show, honestly, I don't know. What was that? What am I trying to say here? Is it about eggs again? And just thinking about that Velma show and how everyone's shitting on it, right? And I think, Mindy Kaling or whatever, she's a pretty cute Indian woman who doesn't wear a hijab, and she's kind of chunky, but in like a good, attractive way, you know. I like how chunky she is. And if she doesn't wear her hijab, she must hate her own God. But, I mean, whatever. If she wants to do it, she wants to do it, whatever. If you've been listening to the M&Ms lately, women empowerment is everywhere. I remember the Mindy show was good for a bit, but then you could tell she got high on that pedestal and thought she could just write whatever crap and it could be part of the TV show and she couldn't be touched. But yeah, the world really isn't like that anymore, you know? People will literally love a show just because of a memeable moment, or because it was trying to be faithful to the show and not go far away from the source material. I mean, look at Wednesday. Yeah, some people hated some of the casting choices, but with just that one viral dance moment, it kept that show alive. And now that shit is getting renewed for a second season, despite me hearing that everyone didn't really like the casting at all, you know. And I haven't heard anything about the plot. Did anyone care about it? And look at the show The Last of Us, you know. I think that just came out too right, and people are fucking in love with it just because it stays so close to the source material and doesn't try to be its own original thing. Shit, remember when Resident Evil came out on Netflix and was trying anything and everything to be different? And it was just a clusterfuck of terrible shit that I actually watched. And I was like, how the fuck is this even considered Resident Evil? Like, why does any god allow this to be created, you know? And yeah, now you have Velma, which again, we ask the questions to the old gods and the new gods. Why do studios pump all this money into shit like that are just going to make actors or studios look bad? Shit, I'm surprised people are reviewing it so badly and not blaming it on the idea that racism might play a part in people not giving it better reviews. But as I say that, I'm probably jinxing it. Now people who review it say just going to be saying bad things about and hating on it because of its racial changes, and that's how some people are gonna like say that it's actually a passable show. It's gonna compare it to that rom-com movie Bros or whatever because it was a love story about gays and everyone just didn't like it. But these people are gonna need scapegoats and excuses because they can't take the criticism that maybe the shit they created is just that shit, pure unentertaining shit. I know the pieces fit. I know the pieces fit. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, but that's it for me today, guys. With my that's my soapbox. I've said enough things about how much I hate newer TV shows and shit. Tell me if the price of eggs is affecting you the same as it is me. What prices you're noticing are going up so high that you're thinking of, I don't know, leaving this country or leaving Twitter or whatever it is that people of the world do when they're not happy with something and when they need a diaper change. Look, the snowflakes they are. Do you think all the deaths are vaccine related or people just dying because, well, people just die, man. Like, that's the way the world works, right? You live and you die. It's a circle of life. Just kind of like when Mufasa told us before he died of Scar injecting him with the vaccine. We saw that movie. We saw it. And did you watch the show Velma? Are you planning to watch it? I'm not a fan of Scooby-Doo at all, so yeah, it hasn't interested me at all from the beginning, but I may hate watch it if more and more people keep talking about it, just so I can legit shit on it with a real opinion and not just be blowing air out of my ass, which, that's all I ever really do is blow air out of my ass and burp a lot into the mic. But hey, yeah, guys, I want to thank you for listening, and I appreciate you all. If y'all are looking to buy a shirt like we've been showing on the Twitter, I still got them in sizes, small, medium to 3XL. Just hit me up on the Twitter or Instagram or Patreon at Lorenzo Ariola. The shirts are made by at Retro Horror Inc. You can find him at his website, www.retrohorrorinc.com. Hit him up for some art, and I want to thank y'all so much for listening, and take care. Have a great day. Bye.